sifted bromate-free, all-purpose and whole wheat flour, low price and conveniently packaged. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Sheikh Lisha Limited, Warrenville, Conopia. Sheikh Lisha Limited, quality you can trust.
Assalamu alaikum and good night and welcome to another edition of Breaking Barriers on this pretty cool Wednesday night. Not as hot like the days now. We feeling like we're in the desert. 37, 38 it feeling like.
Fry egg on your car bumper.
And then after that with all this heat you're getting kind of rain, tornado. I'm sure a lot of people saw the tornado already, but we will just give you a little glimpse again of the damages that were done in the Diego Martin, Westmoreland area. You could just see how devastating that was. But look, it was a wooden roof from what I saw. So we had to know the age of the structure and all that, but it's still unfortunate that the people of Diego Martin had to go through this. But that is nature.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to take it as it comes and move on. I'm sure most of these people have insurance and all that. But before I continue, let me introduce my co-host, Richard Jagesa. I'm sorry, sir. I'm very sorry.
For what?
You know, I feel like I was on a solo now, you know what I mean, the last week. All right, so Richard,
Like last
take it.
week. Well, good night. Thank you for having me once again. Welcome everyone to another episode of Breaking Barriers live Wednesday night. We're here, we live, we direct, we have some issues to discuss. I don't know if I'm feeling this color. Are you feeling any color combination tonight? Trying something new.
You're looking good at making me if you cannot sleepy, well, I nothing.
Really? I thought I was getting to the Christmas colors a little early. Right. So, we have a special guest in the studio tonight. After the break, I think we'll bring her on and
Yeah, because
say a few words and thing.
She could say a prayer for the country.
Right. So, we was talking about the tornado. We was talking about the tornado. We have another video of the tornado, right? While it's playing, we could discuss it a little bit. This is Westmoreland's and Environs. You say they have insurance. I feel like them own all the insurance companies.
Well, at least they will get.
I feel like it's a better way to put it.
Fast. The insurance claims will be settled fast. You know what I mean?
As it usually doesn't. As it usually.
I don't think so. But
you
know,
like I seen from a movie, you know.
I'm telling you
There
why.
was a sci-fi movie named
This
with the
thing,
tornado.
not what you see is a wooden structure.
Yeah. So okay, all the little comments aside, immediately upon this disaster, this natural disaster occurring, we had the shadow MP for the area, Philip Edward Alexander. We had the actual MP for the area, which is, the PNM guy that took over for Devines, right? And we had the Minister of Local Government, boots on the ground attitude.
Yes,
all right? So we commend them, we congratulate them, we hope to see some immediate action and so on. My point that I wanted to raise, sitting here in Bamboo, is you remember when it had flooding in Bamboo in 2022?
I remember
People were stranded on the roofs of their homes.
Yes.
And you didn't see anybody then, though.
Well, seeing that as you talk about boots on the ground, and Diego Martin, our MP, who was Khadija Amin, wasn't too present here when we had our flood. I think she came on about the 4th day,
Right.
the 3rd or the 4th day, when things were subsiding, you know what I mean? But nonetheless, as that is in the past, we have to move on.
Right.
And let me hope she learned from her mistakes.
Well, I was going to point out that look at the change and difference in government. The government back then in the flood was the PNM. They didn't care to come in Bamboo. Every day during the rainy season, there's a flood in South.
But those say they didn't come because Senanana was there, Faris Al-Rari was there too, but they didn't get a good reception.
And the villagers run them?
Yeah, they didn't get such a good reception, so they had to bolt it.
Yeah. So in relation to we're waiting to see what relief, if any at all, if not the normal insurance relief. But at the end of the day, people, build your homes according to code, build your home according to the policies and so on. Don't go by builders who doing knock-up thing, you know. And these things could be avoided, man, could be avoided.
But as you're talking about, you know, I think they should give them the same treatment what they give people like when in South when they have flood, they get flood up to the roof. Mm-hmm. You know how long it take? Sometimes these people have to, some of them even get paid.
Yeah, the grants and so on.
The fastest payment in any disaster was Greenville.
It was Greenville, yeah.
That was the fastest. And you know what has happened, marginals?
Yeah.
Right? So that is it on the tornado side. Now we have a woman who called me last week concerning the lighting on the southern main road in Caroni. I passed it before I came down, and we had some shots. Watch at this road.
Dark, boy.
That you have to drive. No, and you see this concrete slab there?
Yeah.
Now, when you go further, there is some bush by the railing.
Right.
Right, you see that is one. Now you cannot even see that. Now the lights, continue to it, guys. You will see the lights, right? The lights is on where the old road used to be. So the lights is really focusing on the old road and not on the new road that they built. And that is extremely, extremely dangerous. You're lucky I stopped the anti-corruption shot so long, you know. Because next thing you know, I want to take out some shots, but I might be able to show it.
Yeah, well, you brave. I say you went with your bodyguard, Moody.
Well, better go by myself.
I'm telling you anything, boy. I'm telling you anything.
So TNTech, what you can do is probably relocate the poles that are on the old road and bring it closer to where the new road is, so that at least people, the bridge, where the two bridges, as a matter of fact, that is the same this vicinity there where Himati Ali lost her life, and her husband Inshan Ali and son Saeed Ali were critically injured. So TNTech, get your crew to take a look at it during the night and see if you could rectify that problem for us, please. All right.
What topic you want to deal with now? We take one more and then we could go to the break and then we could...
All right, before we go in the break, let's welcome Tile Expression to this section here. We have Tile Expression of Ajoda Road, Monroe Road, where you can get all your tiles. You have ceramic wall and floor tiles, porcelain tiles, quartz and granite countertops, tile accessories, glass mosaic, SPC flooring. So check them out at Tile Expression for all your tiles. As a matter of fact, I show the containers rolling in as we speak. So you can contact them at 693-0015 or 223-TILE. A topic that is on everyone's
cerebrum.
Well, looking for the correct word, is the issue with Mr. David Lee. I don't know if you want to tackle that one now, or you want to wait for...
Well, all right. Well, we open it up already. So,
right.
So here's... Guys, I think we could start with... All right, hold on for now. So first of all, let's get it clear. David Lee has been accused of filling out a form for a tax exemption, and in the form including a vehicle which the certified copy does not include his name. That's the allegation. And the allegation, therefore, is that he got a tax exemption, roughly $200,000, something so, in that vicinity.
Tax, I think, based on what they're saying, the vehicle is over $2 million, and the taxes are about 1.2.
The taxes is 1.
The duties and things, the duties and everything.
All right, so I'll double check that. But in short,
but I don't know if that information was correct.
So the accusation is that he gained a tax exemption of an unknown sum, because I don't know the sum, and that's what he's in court for. So first point is, and every lawyer will tell you this, you're innocent until proven guilty. Right? And in this case, he sort of double innocent, because he's already been proven innocent in the first instance.
Right.
So as far as I am concerned, the judicial process, due process, and the rule of law have to unfold. It will unfold in its normal way. What I am curious about, guys, we have it here as attorney in shock. You can bring it up whenever you're ready. What I am curious about is the timing. I'm curious about the method by which the warrants were executed. And I'm curious about other details surrounding the aspects of the warrant. Pause there, 1 second. Go up one more line, you're cutting off a line to the top. Yeah, stop there. And other aspects, which I will hold my tongue on for now, but this is a very interesting release from Pamela Eller, senior counsel. She's the attorney for the co-accused, for the other gentleman charge, which is Leon
Poi.
Right, and he, as you know, is a well-known businessman. And she says that on Tuesday night, she was shocked that the warrant was issued without prior notice of the application to the defense. Correspondence was sent to the DPP since April 22, setting out the gentleman's position in detail and requesting that the defense be heard on any application for a judge's warrant. So, in summary, what she's saying is since April, 22nd of April, on behalf of her client, she wrote to the DPP and said, "Hey, Anna, if you get any warrant or anything for my client, let me know. We want to be heard on it." Scroll. Since April, she said that. Scroll, guys.
fellas, come guys. No, come back to the slide and just
scroll down.
Scroll.
All right. Right, so she's saying she got no response. And she quotes, "The judge's warrant is seriously flawed," she declared, adding that she was bemused that the warrant states an offense for which he was not charged and for which he could never be charged. The warrant is seriously flawed as a result of that egregious error. According to that warrant issued by Justice Sinclair Douglas, the gentleman of Seaview Park, together with another person, was charged with conspiracy to defraud and misbehavior in public office. Sinclair Douglas said he believes that the evidence before acting Chief Magistrate Christian Giles was sufficient to put the said gentleman together with another person on for trial, conspiracy to defraud. So let's come back to me now. So the warrant is executed on October the 6th and so on. So more will be revealed in due course, but my position, and I've said it already, is 1, he's innocent until proven guilty. 2, he's sort of double innocent. 3, we already have a senior counsel making certain statements, and I agree the warrant has some deficiencies, but I hold my tongue because a court of law has not made any ruling on the deficiencies in the warrant yet. That's my preliminary points insofar as Minister David Lee is concerned. What I do find strange, and I alluded to it earlier, is the timing of it all. Because I've yet to see the DPP respond to a High Court judge, Justice Margaret Mohammed, referring the actions of one Faris Al-Rawi for consideration. I've yet to see the DPP consider that. I've yet to see the DPP review the affidavits and the transcript in that matter surrounding the CPEP termination of contractors and so on. I've yet to see the DPP make any findings or amendments or directions insofar as that is concerned. I've yet to see the DPP exercise its constitutional powers to initiate any criminal action against other former ministers who we've discussed on this program, who media has reported as having companies receiving government contracts while they too sit in cabinet and so on. I've yet to see the powers that be exercise their discretionary statutory and constitutional powers to lay or investigate, merely investigate allegations against other gentlemen. Foster Cummins, for example, has a string of cases in court. Jayanti, former Senator Jayanti Lakshmidiyal is key and critical in those cases. Half of them are being withdrawn now by Foster's legal team. But the evidence in those cases are critical. And I think at the very least, investigations should be afoot. So I'm not hearing anything from the DPP about a matter where a High Court judge has referred Faris and his conduct for review. I've not heard anything on other serious matters. So I'm concerned about the timing, all right? And what is good for one bloke has to be good for everybody else. So if this is how readily the DPP operates insofar as Mr. Lee is concerned, well, I'm excited to see what happens with other people. That's all I would say for now.
What about the divers, the finding of the divers where...
That's another one. That's another one.
That is a pressing issue.
Yeah.
And no charges, I think manslaughter charges were...
What they call it, corporate manslaughter.
...were supposed to be issued against the two directors or managers.
It was either directors or it was some high-ranking officials. That's another good point. In fact, guys, let's hear from someone who has more insight in these things. Guys, we have a short video and a rub.
Before we do that, guys, let's just welcome our next sponsor here, Neil Shares Auto, for all your European vehicles, whether it be Volvo, Volkswagen, Porsche, Land Rover, BMW, Mercedes-Benz. Check Neil Shares Auto Parts Limited, supplier of all European car parts and special order car parts services. They have thousands of parts in stock, and you can find them on 56 Eastern Main Road, Aruka, 222-4078, 646-4036, 680-0734. Call them now. Once they do have it in stock, they will source it for you. So contact Niches for all your European parts.
Yeah, so you have a Porsche logo there, you know. We have a video.
Yeah, I mean, I Faris one.
Yeah. Right. So guys, we have a short video and Robert's video. Let's get that played, please. Let's get the volume on high, and then immediately after we'll take a short break and we'll tackle.
Doubles and coffee. 143,000 cash. False declaration. 3 Porsche. No transfer, no check. Wrong number stated in Parliament. Email gate. Wasting police time. Venture Credit Union. No contract with MTS. Money in minister's account. Whispering into a president's ears, Paula May. Police Service Commission collapses. Merit list thwarted. Constitution breached. Misbehavior in public office. Fraudulent indemnity signed with a witness in a criminal matter. The other people in the Marlene McDonald case, what happened there? Where the other people with the other charges? Fake oil. Perjury, 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 and more perjury by attorneys general of the PNM. $500,000 benefit in a condominium in Tobago, not declared on the Integrity in Public Life Act 4. CPEP, fraud, fraud, and more fraud. Land date, 17 charges. Technicality, why it didn't do over. Drugs in Westmoreland. What going on with that? Drugs in Westmoreland? Charges? Paria divers left in a pipe for 39 hours to suffocate and die when the decision makers knew that they were alive. Called a hard brother-in-law. Called a hard brother-in-law. Do you know my brother-in-law? Password. Las Alturas. Brent Thomas kidnapping on a CARICOM jet. Admission of guilt, illegality, kidnapping, breach of natural justice, of international law, extradition. How we reach on the CARICOM jet. Minister interferes with investigation at Wassa because the wrong man driving a tan van. Akil Chambers. Don't be afraid to say it. Akil Chambers. A teacher impregnate a girl of school age. A teacher, position of responsibility, had sex with a girl in a school uniform. Well, you have a great morning, you know, Trinidad and Tobago. Bless.
You guys, all right. Now, before we go to the break, I just want to touch on the IBN. We are on a advertising blitz. So we have a lot of packages here for you all you business people who are interested in advertising. We have a package here for $1,600 a month. Still page ad displaying name of company, address and telephone contact. I thought that's $1,600. A moving video ad on IBN, $2,000 monthly. Sponsor program on IBN, $3,000 monthly. And if you need your our crew to come and do any videoing, we could probably make ourselves available for any one of the packages that you're interested in. Before we go to the break, guys, the Gaza issue, you know, that is it getting, what I mean, the token piece, right? All right, the token piece, but this crazy man still bumming up the place.
Yeah.
And you mean to say all the talk from talking about you won Nobel Prize for peace, he can get Netanyahu to stop the bombing, seeing that they are in peace talks? You telling me we crazy in this place? We have a video, guys, from Stand for Gaza. We'll show that and go for the break, right?
Palestine and true self-determination for the Palestinian people.
Senator McKim, Senator McKim, Senator McKim, resume your seat.
Sociopaths like you.
Senator McKim,
I'm not going to cop interjections from sociopaths like Senator Canavan.
Senator
I will
McKim, resume
not
your
cop it.
seat.
And what they've got to answer for is death, disease, displacement, starvation, people dying of thirst. And this is not a famine caused by crop failures or changes in weather patterns. This is a famine caused by the use of starvation as a weapon of war. Again, this is a war crime, and the Israeli government has to be held to account. And Australia needs to act. We need to end our complicity in the genocide, complicity caused by our export of weapons components that are being used in the very airstrikes I've just spoken about. We need to sanction Mr Netanyahu and his war cabinet of war criminals. We need to end the two-way weapons trade with Israel, and we need to get serious about taking international leadership. What is going on in Gaza right now is a humanitarian calamity. End the genocide, free Palestine and true self-determination for the Palestinian people.
Expired.
The power. To shatter the strongest. Conquer the indestructible with Ronex's collection of angle grinders.
For the everyday lowest prices on all grocery items, trust Low Cost Supermarket for the widest variety of quality products at low prices. Freshly picked fruits and vegetables, healthy products for your well-being, high quality meat cuts, and a warm and friendly service. Low Cost Supermarket, Sun and Main Road, Cunupia.
Chic Leisure Limited, making life easier. Our renowned great tasting vermicelli comes pre-cut in regular and parch, packaged to make preparation simple. Attention all doubles vendors and roti makers, try our high quality pre-sifted bromate free all-purpose and whole wheat flour, low price and conveniently packaged. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisure Limited, Warrenville, Cunupia. Chic Leisure Limited, quality you can trust.
Assalamu alaikum. In this, our 20th anniversary of existence, we here at IBN want you to be a part of our family. Call us at 663-4762 or 795-5900. Those numbers again, 795-5900 or 663-4762, and be a part of our advertising campaign. Glorious and available rates to you and your company. So remember, call us here at IBN 663-4762 or 795-5900 and be a part of the IBN family.
At Extra Foods, we care for you. That's why we always have the widest variety, the best prices, spacious aisles of total convenience, plus clean, safe surroundings. Let us care for you. Extra Foods, always extra for less.
Welcome back,
Hey,
everyone.
yeah,
No, go ahead, you play it. See what I had to put up with? See what I had to put up with?
I'm telling you, boys.
Stress,
I don't know
boys,
why
stress.
The Ramlila people call me this hour now. I tell them, don't call me so late.
Okay, all right. Right, so back, we have an ad.
All right, we have a welcome to Fruitopia. Fruitopia, this line of drinks, courtesy SM Jalil. We have different flavors. We have the fruit punch, we have orange, we have guava, pineapple, we have citrus punch, we have passion fruit, we have sorrel, and we have Portugal. So don't forget, when you're making your groceries at any supermarket, look out for Fruitopia. And you can have one that is very cool. Now, I'm saying very cool tonight. Now, guys, let's just put the slide with the Faris. Now, the issue with vehicles. Remember we did a whole episode on that?
Correct.
Now,
Exemptions and so on.
my problem is why politicians have to get a vehicle every 2 years. They don't even use it in the performance of their duties. They just use the ministry vehicle. And when they're selling their vehicle, they're making thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars they're making on their vehicles. I think they should get a vehicle, no problem. 50% duties off. And 4 years. Because if the citizens have to sacrifice for certain things, at least let the politicians and them, at least they're getting something off. I remember when I was a traveling officer, you're getting a loan, but you have to pay back every cent. You ain't getting the VAT off. You ain't getting the VAT, so the same thing should go to them. And if they don't want it, well then don't go up for election. They all they have to do, don't go up for the election if they don't like they ain't getting enough perks.
Yeah. What did the Prime Minister say when they got into office? No housing allowance.
Right, and she said she was going to put a ceiling.
A cap, right, yes.
Yes, she said she was going to put a cap. I hope that coming in the budget.
A cap on motor vehicles.
I hope that coming in the budget. And every 4 years, not 2 years. 2 years is crazy. 4 years, and if they choose to buy one at the end of the 4th year, whether they want to stay in government or not, let them take that gamble. Mm-hmm. Right? And the next thing is, I lose my train of thought here now. You see, Richard, what you discuss?
Me? Are you going off on Faris and Posh?
No, but it's real ridiculous. It's real ridiculous. It's about time
I think you wanted to do this one.
We do something about it. And guys, we have a one with Penny. Not Penny, Fardin. Penny wants to know, calls out Kamala on budget date bungling. But I don't know, what is the issue? What is the issue?
I don't see no issue. The 13th is the date.
Penny,
It was always the 13th.
you know, I did really like Penny for leadership of the PNM, you know.
Yeah.
Before they give one day PM the position.
Yeah.
I did really like Penny for the position.
I think if Penny had gotten it when she first went up, the landscape would have been extremely different. You know, the PNM
Wait, you're going CPEP, you're talking about CPEP there, landscape and thing?
Nah, well,
You
yeah,
see
you
that?
see a start, man. I should have mentioned at the start of the show, I am under the weather. Eh? That's why I have all these videos with all this talking and so on,
Right,
because I look at the rack up early.
You see, Penny and Amy Brown, I lose all respect for two of them.
You had high hopes for them.
All respect for them. You see, when Amy Brown said he was going up for Diego Martin West, and then like the Rottweiler called him,
Well, you said the man said he was going up, you know. The man said
the man said he was going to
consider going up.
He was going to file nomination papers for the Diego Martin West seat.
Yeah.
And then he boiled down like Baji, and he remained quiet like a lamb. So anytime he have any videos speaking on any issue, I just switch. As a non-entity right now, a non-entity, Amy Brown and Penelope Beckles. Waste of time. Oh God, well, don't talk about Marvin Gonzalez. When I see he, I just get a little running belly. One time. But I don't know what to say about these fellas. So, let's move on with your slide.
All right. So I have one relatively sizable topic I want to address. And it concerns a long outstanding promise governments come, governments go on, have made to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. And that deals with land tenure issues. The most common issue in this country is a certain catchment of society that worked in Carney 1975 Limited. When it was closed, Carney did not have money to send people home, severance package. So they created something called VSEP, which is voluntary, the voluntary package, which is, I don't have money. The state was telling them, I don't have money to send you home, but I will give you land. And of course, it's common knowledge. They got one lot, residential, and a certain acreage of farming, agricultural lands. It varies, right?
2 acres.
Yeah, some is 2 acres, some is 1.8, some is 2.1. Depends on where the land is. It depends that kind of thing, right? So that's common knowledge. That's a fact. Roughly 20 years ago, that has been our history ever since. Government come, government go. No one has ever put mechanics and mechanisms in place to treat with the long outstanding proper granting of leases and title and so on. So what we have is a lot of families, generations have developed on those properties without title, without tenure, without leases. This government promised prior to April 28th that they were going to rectify that. Now, as an attorney at law who has some experience in this area, and I believe I have the only successful judgment relative to forcing the state to renew a Carney Limited lease, that's a judgment by Justice Ramcharan. Insofar as my experience is concerned, it is my humble opinion that there needs to be a unison between the Commissioner of State Lands Office, Carney 1975 Limited, because even though they're closed down, a lot of people don't know that they still operate as a company. They still operate, right? They still have workers, they still have employees, they still have paperwork and so on, records and so on. So Commissioner of State Land, Carney 1975 Limited, EMBD, LSA, and in some instances, of course, HDC. So long and short of it, EMBD is in charge of preparing the roads, the drains, and so on for these properties. Commissioner of State Land, according to Section 6 and Section 4 of their Act, holds all title, they hold all the principal interests of the properties. So they have to make sure they have no squatters, etc. They have to make sure you are properly on the land and so on. And currently has all the paperwork to determine who received the visa packages. So there needs to be a unison. All right? I am looking carefully at whether or not LSC, guided by the Commissioner of State Land, is going to enforce any eviction notice on anybody without proper regularization, without giving the citizens an opportunity to regularize and so on. I'm looking very closely at that. My opinion, before I let the minister have his 3 minutes, my opinion is simply this. The state needs to have a unification of these entities that I mentioned. Field officers need to be appointed to go out into the fields. When you have a unification of these entities, you are going to know where the currently limited lands are and who ought to have it. You're going to have a nice map. I've seen it. You're going to have a nice map, plot 1, plot 2, plot 3, etc. Go out, the field officers need to go out to the properties and see who is currently occupying the lands. The person who is occupying the land may be a descendant of somebody who worked carry 975 Limited. Give them an opportunity to prove their lineage. Give them an opportunity to prove their heritage. Somebody may be occupying lands that they allegedly purchased from somebody else. Purchased. Of course, they don't have title, they don't have deeds, but they allegedly purchased it. I think that might be okay if they're using the lands for agricultural purposes. You want to do an ad? In the meantime, guys, you want to zoom out?
All right. Well,
Extra care.
And let's
glow with confidence all the time.
Hear that? Go ahead. Let me hear.
That is all I see. Glow with confidence all the time. 99% pure, what is that? Water wipes. Hand sanitizer. Oh, I just used that hand sanitizer. Shower cream, repairing shampoo, rose, a lot of shampoo products, a lot of bath products, teeth whitening and so on, advanced whitening. And what is that? A night cream, a wrinkle cream? That working? You see how she is? You see how she is? She said, don't ask she about wrinkle cream.
All right, we'll see if we get a gallon of that cream for Maria.
All right, guys, come back to us. Come back to us. All right. Oh, and I want to wish a special happy birthday to Mrs. Warner. Today is her birthday. Happy birthday, Mrs. Warner.
Hey, as you talk,
you
see, when you bring up that now, I had to apologize to Mr. Warner.
Go ahead.
Mr. Warner, sir, I want to humbly apologize to you. I know we did speak, but, getting in contact with Richard has been so hard because he in all the courts in Trinidad. I know if he's going to Tobago. So it was kind of rough, but we will definitely reschedule you to come on the program once you are willing.
Right. Okay. So back to send out field officers. Give the people an opportunity to relay their heritage, their connection to the property. If they have no connection to the property, sometimes they may claim that they purchased the property from someone. If they're using the property for agricultural purposes, or if they could justify why they should remain on the property, I think they should be given an opportunity at the regularization process. That's as simple as it is. Now, in no circumstance do I say this needs to be given out free. In all of these circumstances, I say it should revert to the original visa packages MO. It should revert to that standard, all right, which is the part payment, all right? And of course, any taxes are outstanding and so on. Let's deal with that. I also think special circumstances should unfold here, where in the interim, immediately, once the field officer approves the individual, let's say John Doe, that John Doe receives something from the state, whether it be Commissioner of State Land or LSA, as the case may be, or the Ministry of Land. That's the point we're going to get at in a minute. Receives something that allows them to go to the public utilities divisions, such as WASA and TNTech, to connect with water and electricity. All right? At the end of the day, and this is my humble opinion, what we have now are children who are the grandchildren of currently limited workers. They study with flambeau or borrowing current from the neighbor. They have their book, they have mosquito eating them and so on. They live in where their grandparents or their parents told them was supposed to be theirs because the government already told them that property is theirs. They have nowhere else. They never invested anywhere else. They build their lives there. And it is that child, it is the children of the future that I am most concerned with. And that's why I say the policy should be crafted in such a way. All right, let's hear from the minister himself. Guys, we have the video. We just play a short little clip out of it, and let's hear how he is going to regularize the position.
So now you have a major portfolio in terms of land. Is there synergy, let's say, between the portfolio of land and, let's say, the Ministry of Legal Affairs in terms of documentation or things of that nature?
So let me put it this way to you. You had 3 separate ministries dealing with land in Trinidad and Tobago. You have the Ministry of Agriculture, Lands and Fisheries formerly. You had the Ministry of Finance, and I'll explain, and then you had the Ministry of Legal Affairs. Ministry of Agriculture, through the Commissioner of State Lands, would have been the custodian of the state assets of lands. Then you had the Ministry of Legal Affairs, the Registrar General's Department, that registers those into deeds or certificates of title. And then you had the Ministry of Finance playing a very important role through the Valuation Division, which will assess what the values of the lands are, that determines the lease price, that may determine, for example, state grants, the cost of what the lands will be, and so on. So now what we have done through this realignment is place all of the land departments that affect land distribution and management in Trinidad and Tobago under one umbrella ministry, now called the Ministry of Land and Legal Affairs. So it's creating a perfect synergy, as you put it. It's a alignment, so therefore we can expedite land distribution, we can have proper management of state lands, and also streamlining the process. I'll give you one example, Jewel. For example, in Trinidad and Tobago, there's a Real Property Act and you have the Common Law Act. When you have certificates of title issued under the Real Property Act, there will be survey plans attached so that one knows their boundaries. Surveys and mapping was formerly in the Ministry of Agriculture, whereas the Ministry of Legal Affairs required a survey plan. So they have to go knock at Ministries of Agriculture door, get the survey plan, physically walk down the road, get the plan, and so on, bring it to the RJD's department to check the boundaries. Then you have to go and knock valuation door to ask, well, what's the value of this particular piece of land, to determine the lease, and so on. So therefore now everything falls under one ministry, and therefore you can have all of the partners working in synergy with the oversight by the general administration, being the minister and the permanent secretary.
Good. So we have a reshuffling in terms of responsibilities. We now have a Ministry of Land and Legal Affairs. All right. We have a Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries, and separate now we have a Ministry of Land and Legal Affairs. Mr. Saddam Hussein, MP, is the minister there. So you see where he talked about the unisons between a cohesion, valuation, division, and so on. I'm saying the same thing needs to apply here. Commissioner State Land, currently 1975 Limited, EMBD, LSA, and as the need arises, HDC. And I'm saying it's very simple. There are people on the properties now. They could be regularized now. They should be given an opportunity to... and the regularization process is very simple. Just as the court has it for adverse possession, let them fill out affidavits explaining how long they've been on the property, their connection to the property, if they know their bounds, if they let their neighbors also give affidavits, and so on. And let's get the ball rolling, because it's unfair. It's totally unfair to have these people living on these properties after it's been promised to them for over 20 years. All right?
All right. Before you continue next one, Richard, I just want to say hello to my nephew who came all the way from Canada. He and his fiancée. Correct word?
French.
Fiancée. That is Emmanuel Folong. Emmanuel, welcome to Trinidad, boy. Just be safe outside there. I know you're going on a little, you and the intended going on a little trip. Just be careful. Stephanie, just make sure and hold Emmanuel's hand when he walk in, please. You know he likes to stray.
You met the young couple?
Of course.
You approve?
Well, I met them. So before you leave, I will have to let them know.
All right.
My final thoughts on that.
No problem. Right, good. Now, if you don't approve, I will deal with you. Hey, lovebirds have their way, man.
All right.
All right, good. So I want to hit two small ones, guys. We have a new board at First Citizens. For those of you who do not know, First Citizens board has been tipped. Long last is an important one. Guys, zoom out. Good. Right, there we go. Shankar Bidesi has been tipped to chair the FCB board. For those of you who do not know, he's a well-known, well-experienced, highly ethical, highly moral attorney at law, Shankar PDC. I know him personally. I know him in the profession. He's well-liked. He's a man of upstanding and great character. His history is simple. He has come from an educated background. He served as the chairman of the Tenders Committee on UDICOT. He's now today the chairman of UDICOT, and now he's tipped to be the chairman of First Citizens. So I say congratulations, well done, and we look forward to great things coming from there. So that's a short one I wanted to deal with, as well as, guys, do we have the photos now of the limbs? We have a photo of the limb exercise. Let's get that quickly up, and then we can just
let me see how good you are now. Welcome our next sponsor.
Oh, I didn't even see we have a new one, Starfish. Guys.
No, Satco has always been there. So, all right, let me see.
Satco, Starfish, live life enlightened. Coughing. Smart plug, smart lighting, and guys, you cut more off there, man.
All right.
Smart under the cabinet products.
Yes, Satco products, smart under cabinet products. That's for when you're in your kitchen and your.
They have Christmas lights.
They have hanging lights. You have everything for your decor. You have Starfish Wi-Fi smart bulbs. You have Wi-Fi smart plug. You have Starfish Wi-Fi smart bulb. Or fancy lights for the season that is coming up. So just check Satco for all your lighting products available at Standards.
Yeah,
you could contact them at 663-9732.
Yeah, whatever happened to these smart bulbs Imbut had promised us way back?
No, you get your bulbs, you know?
Which part of it?
The one was LED. I think was 4? I ain't know if them thing we can sell now, but it was free.
I never get any bulbs.
I went and get mine when I pay my bill. I make it my duty. When I pay my bill, I say, all right, I come from a bulb.
I never get any bulbs. Right, so I want to, guys, we have the prosthetic limbs. Again, yeah, it's just a quick one I wanted to touch on. Prosthetic limbs that were promised by the Prime Minister of India, and the High Commissioner of India is seen in any photo together with our Prime Minister. And we were promised the limbs, prosthetic limbs. We advertise it on this show, and I encourage people who need it to fill out the form and so on. It was very easy to acquire, and these are just some photos of the prosthetic limb beneficiary camp being, the limbs being distributed. Uncle Moody wants me to say that while the prosthetic limbs are being given out, the yam seed's still coming. The limb reach, the limb grow back, but the yam seed ain't grow yet.
They say the soil in Trinidad is different from the soil in Ghana. So it will take a longer time to germinate.
Yeah.
So we could be getting yam in about 2035.
All right, no problem, no problem. Once we do get cut tail, once we do get catch tail. At the end of the day, guys, it is a brilliant initiative. I mean, the India contingent that came, so I mean, we've gotten tangible things, we've also gotten intangible things such as laptops, prosthetic limbs, and so on. Intangible things such as the connection to culture, history, arts, and so on. And of course, there's the open door where you can apply for the what is it called? The card to.
So, but how come I hear nobody from the PNM say it's denegotiated that yet? Boy, anybody say that? Nobody said they negotiate everything.
Yeah, all kind of madness for them. You want to do the third lane video, and then we could take our last break.
After we show the third lane video, we could just show the new Demerara Bridge.
Ah, yes. They got the picture?
While we're showing that one, I'll see if I send this.
Let's go ahead and get the video in the meantime, and while he's getting the photo.
Somebody get phone on the telephone.
Yeah, you got the picture?
I send the video of the Demerara Bridge, guys. Saif, you got it?
It might take a while to
You
bring
might,
it up.
you will see the difference. How you been here, get it? Okay, Richard, you organize in the meantime. Let's see if I send it again.
All right, let's get the budget announcement up in the meantime. Who can get that up for me? All right. So as I said before, as we talked about it earlier,
All right, you get it.
13th is budget day. All right, we're expecting our people's budget. We're expecting some changes. We're expecting some. Oh, yeah, have the video? All right, let's go to the video.
And then we'll touch on the. We have some things to probably predict on the budget. You know. That at least I think that it should be included. Guys, you at the bridge now? I think they say teachers will be getting 000.
I find they should come and say it here. Let me go and pan that camera.
Pending. All right, Richard, I find they should bring back, you see this thing with used cars? Seeing the economy, not everybody could afford a new vehicle. Only them politicians could change it every 2 years.
You mean increase the years
age,
of import?
the age of the vehicles, I say 5 years, 6 years, not more than that. Bring down some vehicles.
Leave new car for the young fellas.
Who could afford it, let it go ahead and buy it.
Is that some of them girls, if you don't have a new car, don't bother to pick them up, eh?
Well, I married, brother, man.
See how she laughing?
You know what I mean?
See how she laughing?
You know, you usually won't have to have a new car.
I will out how you went on the phone and he was checking all over in Barraca Grounds to make sure that service, eh?
All right, guys, we have it ready?
Right, let me go.
Let me.
Message in here,
people celebrating the bridge.
This is the Jagat,
the Jagdeo.
Jagdeo Barrett.
Yeah, that looking like is foreign. It doesn't look like any Caribbean.
Not at all.
Watch at that, man. How many miles is that? Real long, you know.
We can get one of that from Toco to Tobago, eh?
Yeah, people walk all over the bridge. People walking on the bridge.
Yeah. I'm very happy for our Caribbean neighbors, our cultural brothers in Guyana. I'm very happy for them because they've accomplished in a very short time a feat very difficult to accomplish. I mean, a country like Panama takes a very long time to put together the infrastructure.
But when you check us, the amount of boom we had, and we
oil boom, eh?
And we had to wait until 1995 before we start to have development. Yes, the PNM did the Point Lisas Industrial Estate.
Yeah.
But after that, what they did after that, the Pandey administration built the airport, the overpass in Grand Bazaar was started and their tenure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Most of the development, if you check the development that took place. Most of it, if not all, was under any other party beside the PNM.
That's correct, yeah. And we've talked about that before. We've touched on how education always improves under UNC administration. We've talked about infrastructure always goes up. It's almost as though the PNM they just come in, waste money, waste time, and bust out, and somebody else will come and fix it, you know.
Because we supposed to have a clip with Mr. Dan Paul. You have it, guys?
Oh, I think I saw it. 1 second.
That is where he was talking about.
Is that the IMF video?
IMF.
Yeah, guys, we have it as IMF video.
Dan Paul, Senator Dan Paul, are you saying that the economic situation is such that we appear to be heading to the IMF?
I didn't say that. I said that when you see that drastic level of decline in your reserves, okay, and you're seeking balance of payment support, there's only one agency you can go on. There's only one at the International Monetary Fund because they provide balance of payment support to the central bank.
So here now, this is a short space of time for a new government.
Yeah.
So who sent us to the IMF?
Well, he's just talking about the cerebrum.
Control yourself there.
Cerebrum.
Right? We have to ask the short one that question. Let me hear what answer the short one will get. But anyhow, let's welcome Rita to this segment. Rita with all the different basil seed rings We have the pomegranate, we have soursop, we have cocktail, we have the tamarind drink, we have soursop in basil seed, and you also have it in can. We have the Rita Cafe Cappuccino, the Rita Cafe Latte, and the Rita Cafe Vanilla. So you can contact Atlantic Trading for all your Rita products. You can contact them at 663-9732. Okay, Richard, the time flying, you know.
Yeah.
So we had to...
and my medication for my throat wearing off. So, you want to do the last break, and then we could open up the line.
Let's get our... and we'll come back on...
Baraka has an event.
Yeah, we'll... That's our expo, guys. We could show it before we go, and we'll show it at the end again. The Baraka Expo, which is on the 19th of December to the 24th. I don't think... From information, you can call the office and find out if they are taking bookings at this time. So call early and grab your spot before all is going. This is going to be a big one. So come down at Baraka Grounds where we have parking for over 500 vehicles, safe environment. You could shop, park your vehicle, and don't even think about anybody interfering with it because I just normally be walking around. Yes, we could talk about that. We could talk about that too. Right, so let's take a break and we'll come back.
The power. To shatter the strongest. Conquer the indestructible with Ronex's collection of angle grinders.
For the everyday lowest prices on all grocery items, trust Low Cost Supermarket for the widest variety of quality products at low prices. Freshly picked fruits and vegetables, healthy products for your well-being, high quality meat cuts, and a warm and friendly service. Low Cost Supermarket, Sun and Main Road, Cunupia.
Chic Leisure Limited, making life easier. Our renowned great tasting vermicelli comes pre-cut in regular and parch, packaged to make preparation simple. Attention all doubles vendors and roti makers, try our high quality pre-sifted bromate free all-purpose and whole wheat flour, low price and conveniently packaged. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisure Limited, Warrenville, Cunupia. Chic Leisure Limited, quality you can trust.
Assalamu alaikum. In this, our 20th anniversary of existence, we here at IBN want you to be a part of our family. Call us at 663-4762 or 795-5900. Those numbers again, 795-5900 or 663-4762 and be a part of our advertising campaign. Glorious and available rates to you and your company. So remember, call us say at IBN 663-4762 or 795-5900 and be a part of the IBN family.
extra foods, we care for you. That's why we always have the widest varieties, the best prices, spacious aisles of total convenience, plus clean, safe surroundings. Let us care for you. Extra foods, always extra for less.
Ask people what they want to see in the budget.
Very good. Welcome back, folks. Richard, budget day.
I thought we were going to talk about the fruit stand in
You
Mango
like to
and thing.
predict. You like to predict. You had to tell me when the election was going to call. You were correct. You predict when you're going to get married, but I ain't telling them the date yet.
Don't tell nobody that date.
Right.
Quiet.
So let me hear what you think we could expect in the budget. What do you think?
Let me open the phone lines.
You want the callers to tell you what they think?
Yeah, let the callers say what they want to see in the budget. That is the first thing.
First thing people are going to say, they want to see food prices down. They want to see the price of gas. Yeah. That is 2. What else?
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. First thing I expect to hear in the budget is an increase in revenue. An increase in revenue from a lot of the efforts we're making in the energy sector. As you know, Minister Munilal is hard at work taking on that mammoth task. The Prime Minister herself had talks in Washington recently relative to a number of issues, including oil and gas and so on. Let's say the caller.
Let's get our first caller to see what they expect in the budget. Hello, good night, caller.
Hello, good night.
Good night, caller.
Good night. I am calling to talk to Mr. Ishmael.
Speaking.
Mr. Ishmael, this is the lady that spoke to you concerning the road, and last week when I called you told me to look into it. I am calling to tell you that I saw you look into it, and thanks very much. You know which road I'm talking about, right?
Yes, that's right, the Southern Main Road, yeah.
The Mountain Lights.
Yes.
Remember
the lady?
Yes, I took a chance, and as a matter of fact, my wife reminded me before I left, don't forget to go and take out the picture for the lady who called on last week. So, you know, so I got instructions.
Mm-hmm. So Auntie is not really here at the tank, it's
So,
wife.
so let's hope T and Tech see it and they address it, because I was kind of worried just stopping there for that short period because it is really dark.
It is really dangerous, yes.
Yes.
But thanks very much for looking into it, and you see I'm following your program.
Okay, thank you again.
Okay, there. Good night to you and the rest.
Yeah, that real roads.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see roads fixed. They were waiting on budget, right? Let us get the allocation. Let us start to work on some roads. The roads in deplorable condition. They have to do something. Before we take the next call, let's welcome Miran to this segment here. Miran Products, courtesy Rand's Trading and Imports Limited, for all your grocery items, be it rice, oil, beans, condensed milk. They have all type of beans, as a matter of fact, sugar. So for all your grocery items, you can check at your supermarket for Miran Products. If they don't have it in the supermarket, let us know at IBN and we will call and get it for you at 744-5555. 744-5555 for Miran Products. Hello, good night, caller. Hello.
A very, very good evening and assalamu alaikum to you, gentlemen.
Wa alaikum assalam and good night.
I hope I have not misunderstood what I'm going to say.
What's that?
For some reason, when adults pass away, old people, adults, you know, of course, if it's a loved one, yes, you'll miss them and whatnot. But the one that has get me is when young people, toddlers, babies, minors, when they pass away at an early age, that has bothered me very, very bad. And when I look at what is happening in Gaza with this genocide, when I look at this thing very often, and when I see the starvation and what is actually happening, it breaks my heart. and the whole world is sitting as spectators and watching on. All the people who in the United Nations who walked out the assembly when Netanyahu was about to speak, I wish all these countries should sever diplomatic, political, and economic ties with Netanyahu.
Agreed.
If Satan and Netanyahu was in hospital, and I was the only person to donate blood to save either one, I would save Satan and let Netanyahu die. I cannot understand why the world is watching by. This thing is crazy. This thing is crazy.
Yeah, but if you watch something, Kola, they have peace talks going on, and you still bombing up the place and killing people? And
I have...
It is ridiculous.
If you take Benito Mussolini and Adolf Hitler and all of these people and put them and combine them, they cannot match Netanyahu. Good Lord, God have to step in. All the best. Have a great evening.
Yeah, man. Thanks for the call.
Yeah.
That is craziness, boy. When you watch that, up to today, I watching that and I say, Lord, when this thing going and stop, you talking peace and negotiating, and you have this crazy man bombing up the people place still.
Yeah.
That is real. Oh God. I wonder if this man have God in him at all, boy. The Jews believe in a God? The Zionists, that is. The Zionists. Nah, boy, it real terrible. Real terrible. No, I ain't hear you tell me anything about the budget, you know.
Well, let's hold on. Look, we have one here. Guys, we have a medical marijuana. Look, we have a call on the line.
Hello, good night, caller. Hello, good night, caller. Take off your TV.
My TV, I want it down. Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, lower the volume and go ahead.
Yeah. Who am I talking to, Mr. Jagisa?
Yeah, Mr. Jagisa and myself, Nazim is here.
Okay. I'm calling from San Fernando. What is my problem is that I applied for a passport in May, and it's almost 6 months, and I haven't received it or heard anything from them.
You went through the process already?
Already. I went to points, do everything. The officer did everything, take my pictures. They say, okay, in 6 weeks' time, we will send it down with the courier service.
Right.
And so far, nothing. And this one is 6 months.
Nah, that is serious business. They normally finish a passport on time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do they still mail it out?
Yeah, I think you could either send it through DHL or TT Post.
Well, yeah, they told me TT Post.
And you dropped in the envelope with your own address?
Well, no, the officer at Point, they said they will send it in. They did everything.
What you can do is visit your nearest post office and find out if anything was left there for you.
No, well, I have a guy from the area here that from Sydney Post was doing a survey or something, or dropping out cards from the bank or something. And I stopped him and I told him what happened. And he said, okay, I'm going to track it down. And I haven't heard anything. He said, I'm going to check, and I haven't heard anything from them.
And how far you live from where you did the application?
I live in San Fernando, and I went to Point. I had my appointment in Point.
But what you can do, as it was there, you could, if we have your transportation, visit the Point office and find out if they still have it there, because it is highly
Is it a new passport? Is it a new passport or a renewal?
Yeah, machine-readable passport.
No. Is it a new passport or a renewed passport?
Did you?
No, a new passport. My passport was expired.
Right, so a renewal. So it's a renewal.
Yes, a new one, a new passport.
All right,
which is the machine-readable passport, they told me.
I think you should visit the office where you did the application.
Yeah.
And see what information they can give you there.
Oh, along there.
Yeah, check them there
So
because.
that is important. I'm in Sandra. I'm a senior person, 80 plus.
Or if they have a contact number.
Well, that is what I don't. I'm trying to find the contact number, but I cannot get a contact number.
Well, Richard, you know anybody you could reach out to?
I'm going to try something now, but let's
all right.
say the other call.
Mr. Jagasa will see what he can do for you, right?
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. Hello, good night, caller. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, good
yes,
night.
Good night. How are you?
Fine, sir. And yourself?
Oh, I am great. Wonderful program to you and Richard, doing a wonderful job.
Thank you, sir.
I am calling in response to one of your previous callers about Gaza. Yes, I agree that what's going on in Gaza is really unethical. It's craziness. But we have to also, I hear nobody talking about what's going on in Nigeria, where thousands of Christians are being beheaded by Muslims. What's going on in Yemen, when starving children, and nobody's talking about that. Everybody's talking about Gaza.
Well,
so please, expand, because it's craziness going on in the world.
Well,
and with regard to the budget, all I can say is, I know people are expected, but we have to understand that the mess the PNM has left this country in, and we have to understand that everybody cannot get everything all at once.
Correct.
So we have to take our time, be careful, you understand? Otherwise, we may, if we end up being too greedy, we may end up in the IMF.
Yeah,
so
but caller, you have to remember two things, PNM took us to the IMF in 1986.
I know, I was wrong.
Right, and we in 2025, and you heard Mr. Dan Paul talking on our clip there that if we do what the deficit is, the deficit he said, we will be heading to the be heading to the IMF. So
what I can say is that they know, because basically we are living right now as if PNM was still in charge, because we are operating under PNM rules right now until we form a budget.
Right,
and
correct.
get with some of the PNM stooges that are really trying to damage the government. You understand? We won't be able to go forward.
Don't worry. Okay, caller. Yes, thank you.
All right, before we take the next caller.
All right, just a minute, caller.
No, he can go.
Okay, caller, go ahead.
Right, the lady who wanted the number for the passport office in Point Fortin, the only number I could find was 648-5433. 648-5433.
Guys, if you could put up the passport number, you could just put passport number so the woman who called, she could probably
648-5433.
Hello, good night, caller.
But I do recommend you visit the office physically. All right, let the officers there know, the immigration officers there know that you fill out all of your forms and you were supposed to get your passport some time ago, and you want a status update on it. It could very well be a number of things. It could be that it was mailed to the wrong address.
Suppose it didn't leave at all.
Correct, yeah.
Hello, good night, caller. Hello?
Hello, good night.
Yeah, good night.
Gentlemen, good night, and thank you for this opportunity. First of all, there's so much to say about the budget, what I would expect, but I'll just review. First of all, roads. Some of the roads are...
You could lower caller, you could just lower your volume, please. We're getting a feedback.
Okay, tell me if that's...
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Right.
So, I commend the work of Mr. John. However, a lot more can be done. Are you still getting a feedback?
Yes, we are.
And it's coming in and out.
The volume on your TV, please.
No, my television is off.
All right, well, we are getting a feedback, but go ahead.
Okay. So, definitely some more work on the road, because we are still seeing some, we still falling into potholes and so on. But I commend the minister. Secondly, security. security remains the number one issue, and therefore more should be done in terms of the cameras. We want to see people, more police officers. Sometimes you drive from San Fernando to Port of Spain and you don't ever see one police vehicle on the road. So if you see them with more visible, that would be so good. I would like to see this government introduce a communication unit. Within the last couple of weeks, there has been a couple bunglings, and I don't want to see that going forward. And in fact, I don't even like criticizing on air like this that they should have a communication unit where if people have a suggestion to make, they can do so with under confidentiality clause, so that you wouldn't have to air it like this.
All right.
So too many things are coming out, even with the simple thing like the budget and the budget rather. If they have a communication unit, all that can be avoided. I think it will do. All of us will know where we are at if we have a proper communications unit.
I agree with you, Paula, because if the PRO could make a mistake, the PRO who you expect to be given accurate information, he could make a mistake and take somebody's post and put it out. That to me was ridiculous. Hello?
I think that caller was having some, I think she was having some technical difficulties.
Hello, good night, caller.
She usually comes in very clearly.
Hello?
Hello, good night.
Good night, sir. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, good night, good night.
Good night.
I look at you all every night, every time you're all on TV. You're doing a great job. Since the bossman was there, I used to listen to him. And you all take over. You're all doing a wonderful job. But I have a complaint.
Sure.
Now, I live in St. James Bones Road, Upper Bones Road. September last year, they have a street light here. I call them once every month and tell them about the light. Up to yesterday, I called them. It's a year and 1 month now. And that light, they never come to fix the light. So I want you all to see what you could do for my place.
That what you call 800 bulb?
800 bulb.
Because I saw a TNTech van down by us there in Barakagrom. I see the check-in. I see the check-in. No, I understand what you say. You're in Bones Road, right?
Yeah.
So I saw this truck and they check in all the lights. So I believe they only wouldn't check it in Central. They're probably on a drive doing street lighting. So maybe your report now is being heard. You could give your address one more time?
Yeah, Upper Bones Road in St. James.
A light pole number or anything?
The light pole number is number 1.
Number 1?
Yeah.
Okay, so anybody from TNTech affiliate, Upper Bones Road, light pole number 1, check the street lighting for this gentleman, please.
It's over a year now that happened.
All right. Sure, give them a week and you can call us back and let us know what happened.
Okay then, thank you very much and you have a very good night.
Yeah, you too, man.
Okay.
Hello, good night, caller. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, good night, sir.
Yeah, Nancy, how are you going?
I going good, eh? You come back, boy?
Nah, yeah. You know who calling, but you're kind of mixing up.
Go ahead, let me hear.
Yeah, what happening? You know that mosque on Samuel Ryan Street?
Yeah.
All right. You know the person who built next door to the mosque actually used the mosque wall to rest his building on?
Well, we have a gentleman who does visit that mosque, and he's saying, yes, that is true.
And let me tell you this. From the beginning when that happened, photos, all kind of thing was taken, went to Samuel Labantil. The building inspector did nothing about it, right? And I remember somebody who working with you there was advised to turn all the particulars, nothing happened. That was about 15 years ago. But what's worse is the Venezuelans they put inside there. Yeah. I mean, there's justification of the mosque because if you're building inside the mosque compound technically,
Yes.
what you really doing? And nobody dealing with it, you know.
Well,
The first Venezuelans were opposite in his sister's property, and she run them, and he take them.
Well, we have somebody here who will be there Friday, so I'll ask him to just take some shots of it, and we could look
And
at
there's
it.
drinking and all kind of things. You understand?
Yeah, boy, but
That's ridiculous.
well, you know how it is. Anything goes this wrongs.
And it's a Muslim guy did it.
Well, boy, what I could say, if he's
Creed more
Muslim,
important than religion?
well, for some people, for some.
Yeah, it seems so.
Anyhow, we look into it.
Investigate it from her.
Yeah, we will get some photos this Friday for sure.
All right, cool.
Right?
Actually, you run the gutter in the mosque compound thing.
You will be at the mosque on Friday?
No.
Oh, because I was going to ask our guy to speak to you when he there Friday.
No, I wouldn't be there.
All right, no problem. We will still check it out.
Okay, cool.
All right, yeah. Moody, you will investigate that. Richard, this is your call.
Hello, caller. Good night. You're live.
Gentlemen, good night again.
Good night.
We're hearing you much clearer now.
Clear, crystal clear.
Okay. All right. So let me just say it quickly. Commend Minister Julian John, but we would like to see more work being done on the road. Secondly, security. Crime remains the number one issue in this nation, and I would like to see more effort being placed on reducing crime. Police officers responding in a timely manner. Like I said before, sometimes we've to Port of Spain and not one police vehicle.
So what about food prices, Kola?
Well, I'm about to say that the food prices, I saw recently where it was said that prices of food was down. Absolutely not. I do not want this government to be like the previous government to try to us. Be transparent with us, be truthful, and we would appreciate that. The prices of goods are still very high, and I would like to see a reduction in that.
Correct.
Proper communication unit, because just like how you all were not hearing me just now, this is what happens when you don't have a proper communication unit. Things get distorted. So we would like to see a proper communication unit, and yes, Dr. Diego did make a with a proper communication unit that would be avoided.
Correct.
I would like to, like I said, food prices and so on. And finally, gentlemen, the move by the PN is diabolical. The agenda is sort of rattly chain of the present government. I want to encourage all members to stand firm with our Honorable Prime Minister, and I am looking forward to a wonderful budget on Monday. And before I leave, I noticed that there are a lot of gentlemen in our government, in the cabinet. And this might be a little bit off, but when it comes to power, power, I want to see that there's a lot of exposure to ethics. You could get with the power and all that. And I'm saying all that because of some of the things I've been seeing on social media. So you want to see these people do the right thing, don't get swell-headed, keep their feet on the ground, and to be very cognizant of the relationships they get themselves involved. You can't tell big people how to live their lives, But the fact is, when you live a public life, everything becomes public, right? So, and before I go, gentlemen, this also might be a little bit petty, but we continue to be infested with snails, especially in the central area. So I would like the Minister of Agriculture, the basic things. People want to be able to walk bare feet once again on the earth and to get grounded. But we cannot do that if we continuously see snails all over the place. So, Minister of Agriculture, get down and do something about that. Really, really, it is intolerable right now.
All right, Kola. Thank you very much. Okay, I just want to draw one thing. Guys, just give me a 1 minute. St. Joseph TML. There is a police station right opposite St. Joseph TML. Now, that school has been in absolute chaos, especially during the evening period. Absolute chaos to come out of the school. You telling me you cannot assign a police to just direct traffic so that people could, come out of the school area as quickly as possible? Sometimes you're staying as much as half an hour in the line to come out. So, St. Joseph Police Station, assign an officer, please. Tell them the chair that is sitting on, the bottom part wearing out. Tell them they need to get up and go outside and set them to do some traffic control. Because it is really, really sickening on an evening when you have to go and pick up school children. Sometimes you have to wait half an hour to come out, and then to go on the highways, and next hour, time you reach home, the children tired. What school work they will do?
Correct.
So,
and then you doing that after you finish work and all.
Well, exactly. Yeah. It's real terrible, especially during the evening period. So, send one of your officers to regulate the traffic, please, sir. It's 9:33. We go on 3 minutes over time.
Yeah, Baraka.
Well, I did mention the Baraka Expo, which is on the 19th to the 24th of December. So come on down, book your tents, and
and the parking for Nagar parking.
All right. Well,
first 3 nights.
First 3 days, we'll have free parking for the Nagar. And henceforth, we will be charging a small fee for to protect your car while you go and enjoy yourself at the Nagar. And don't forget, Brilliant is open on Friday, and we have some vegetarian dishes for the people. We prepared some vegetarian dishes for those who are fasting. So you can come on down and check us. We also have our regular. So, without further ado, I don't want to keep the guys back because I see Justin like to get up already.
Yeah.
So, Richard, you want to close?
Yeah, of course. We'll see everyone soon. And, of course, next week, live again, Wednesday night on Breaking Barriers. Be sure to join us on our rerun on Saturdays. And anytime you want to see us, we're live on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you again for sharing your Wednesday night with us.
All right, good night.